Hi mate, you alright? No, it starts Saturday, doesn't it? Yeah. I love the Tour, mate, I love it. Tour de France is the best race. But the first week is so flipping boring. Nothing happens. It's not like we can make any content. Oh, what happened? Oh, it was just another flat stage. A break went away, it got caught in the last 2k. It was a sprint finish. The only time something fun happens is when riders crash. That's the only form of entertainment. All right, that stage towards, what was it, Planche de Belfi? That was all right, I'll give you that. That was the first week, that was all right. But other than that, first week is boring. I am not wasting my time watching the Tour de France in the first week because nothing is going to happen. Yeah, I'll watch TikTok instead. All right, yep, cool. TikTok video incoming. Mint. All right, mate, see you later. Yep, love it. Love you, bye. Fucking Tour de France, man. Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Now the first week of the Tour de France for me is one of the most exciting weeks. You just never know what's going to happen. Unpredictability is always around the corner. And this year, OMG, what a first week. Have we ever seen anything like it? I mean, probably Tour de France historians are probably saying, yeah, 2005. This dude went up the road and this happened and then this happened. Way more exciting. I don't care. In recent times, have we ever seen a first week like it? Unpredictable, surprising, exciting, invigorating. Like another word for being a bit upset and sad because it's so much. Anyway, right, today is rest day. And normally you get to the first rest day of the Tour de France and you're like, let's just get on with the racing, let's just keep it flowing, let's just go. None of the riders want it. None of the teams want it, none of the media want it, none of the organisers want it, none of the fans want it today. Everybody just wants to try and decompress and process what the f just happened over the past 9 stages. Well, never fear, because Chris is here to fill you in with and there's more than a top 10. There could have been 100 WTF moments in this year's Tour de France already, but top 10 lists tend to do well on YouTube, so we're sticking with 10, and I'm going to bring you, I'm going to try and shoehorn as many as I can into this. I'm going to bring you the top 10 what the f moments of this year's Tour de France. Let's get to it. All right, first up in at number 10, I can't remember if this was the first or second stage. Either way, you might have seen this canvas on TV. This is from fellow and way more successful YouTuber Bas Tietema. Don't even speak English. Got more views and subs than me. But then again, his content is absolutely fantastic. So he went to the Tour de France with his team and they set an unofficial, official, I don't know, record of the world's biggest canvas. This was an ode to Wout van Aert, one of the best riders at the Tour de France. It was picked up by the helicopter and oh my god, what an amazing achievement. What a cracking piece of art. And the video to how it all came about is over on their YouTube channel. It's amazing. Link is down in the description. WTF! Next up in at number 9 is this moment here from Brandon McNulty. He's just had enough. He says, you know what lads, I've done my turn on the front. I'm off skis. Plants himself into a ditch. Luckily he's all right. So before anybody whinges, he was all right. But still, and what an extreme way of saying, lads, I'm done. I'm out. Brandon McNulty. WTF? Number 8. This deserves shouting from the rooftops. Mathieu van. We all expected it. We all hoped for it. But I don't think we expect... This was Tommy Voeckler-esque fighting for this yellow jersey. Mathieu van der Poel put himself into the yellow jersey on stage 2 of this year's Tour de France and he held onto it all the way up to the end of stage 7. What an amazing achievement for him. His time trial was unbelievable. He got himself into one of the breaks to try and maintain that yellow jersey on stage 7, and he achieved it. Is he a general classification rider? I don't think he ever will be, but what he achieved at this year's Tour de France, WTF. What, is it a WTF moment? Because what do you expect from a man of his calibre? Mathieu van der Poel. WTF. In at number 7, huge WTF moment for Geraint Thomas. We're going to talk about what happened to him earlier in the Tour later on. But in at number 7, stage 8, Geraint Thomas cracks on the first climb. He is out the back. He is in the Gruppetto, which was the name of a very, very good podcast that needs to come back. If you want the Gruppetto to come back, leave a comment down below. Also, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. I thought his tour was over. I thought he was just going to get off. What's the point? He got dropped on the first climb, but he fought his way back. But after a dreadful day in the saddle like that, the last thing you expect is for someone to pull it out of the bag the following day. Stage 9, Geraint Thomas was pulling like a train, like the old Geraint Thomas. WTF. I mean, honestly, WTF. How does that happen? I don't know. In at number 6, I don't know how to explain this one, but what I'm trying to say is it's felt like every single one of these stages has been ridden like a one-day classic. Riders have been going off the front. They have been attacking for hours on end, forgetting that they've still got another 2.5 weeks of racing still to go. They're living for the moment. They're living for the day. They're living like they're racing the Paris-Roubaix. Pretty proud of myself for that one. But it's made for sensational racing. It has been one of the best, if not the best first weeks of any Tour de France. 9 classics in 1 week. WTF. Now in at number 5, and I'm sure you will say that this deserves to be way higher, and you're probably right, it does. I just put it here because I just put it here. Mark Cavendish taking 2 sprint victories at this year's Tour de France. I'll be honest, I even tweeted last week apologising. He doesn't know, he don't care. He didn't know I'd been not slagging him off, but just not believing in him. But he showed me, and I went to Twitter and I apologised to him. I said, hey mate, sorry. And I'm genuinely sorry. I did not expect him to do what he did. 2 stage victories, back in the green jersey, a very good chance that there isn't... He has got no better opportunity now to match Eddie Merckx's 34 Tour stage victories. If he's ever going to do it, it's going to be this year. And I was writing him off. Scheldeprijs, right? He had an interview last year where he was crying, saying that this potentially might be my last race. Was it Scheldeprijs? I think it was. Look at him now. An amazing moment to even get selected. A WTF moment and a half to take 2 stage victories. And I dare say he might be taking that green jersey into Paris. And also, there might be another couple of stage wins in it for him. WTF. In at number 4, and I'm horseshoeing 2 moments in here, related to the same person, so technically. Anyway, it's my video. I'll give it. I'll do what I want. Tadej Pogačar's time trial. Unbelievable. I said that when he went up Planche de Belfi last year. Unbelievable. It was amazing. He absolutely annihilated everybody, especially his GC contenders. And if that wasn't enough, on stage 8 of this year's Tour de France, if you watched it, you'll know what happened. FML, WTF, GSOH. What on earth did he... He was taking those nails, just popping them into each and everybody's coffin. There you go, lads. There you go. First week? No, I'll attack now. I don't care. Oh, Kaza, you coming with me? Yeah, no, see you later. I've had enough. I'm going on my own. Obliterated them. Literally won the Tour de France there and then. As ever, Tour de France, always unpredictable. We never know what's going to happen. you can't see him having a bad day, so you've got to rely on him having a bit of a mishap or a mechanical. Other than that, it's pretty much nailed on. It's pretty much nailed on, just like each one of those nails in everybody else's coffins. What a moment to savour. Tadej Pogačar socking it to the rest of the GC contenders. WTF. In at number 3, and this has got to make the top 3. This was, again, WTF. Ben O'Connor was in the break for AG2R. What makes this amazing as well is AG2R only offered him a year's contract. Not really expecting him to probably surpass their expectations. But by God did he. By God did he. Not only did he take the victory in emphatic style, right? But if you go and watch the Lanterne Rouge video of this Stage 9 highlight, you will see that in the 4 hours and 27 minutes, he maintained an average power of 319 watts. My FTP is barely 300, right? So he went above my FTP for 4.5 hours. My FTP is only just achievable for 20 minutes if I'm really trying. But then a normalized power of 353. 353 watts, burning a total of 5,100 calories. A TSS, which is my yearly score, of 355. Averaging 32 kilometers an hour, pretty much on his own. Absolutely unbloody-leavable. I doff my cap, Ben O'Connor. What a performance. What a performance. I mean, he doesn't watch this channel, so he won't give it a but needless to say, it was a performance and a half. In at number 2 here, I could have gone for anything, but this save for me, I'm not sure if it was a save or not. I don't know if it was just very bloody lucky and he had very little to do with saving this, but nonetheless, Stefan Bissegger here, 3F Education, channeled his inner Marc Marquez on this one. That was enough to require a skin suit change for me. Nah, I'm kidding. I could handle that. If anything, I'd probably styled it out a bit better than he did. But impressive that he managed to save it. Stefan Bissegger, WTF. And then in the number 1, of course, is the massive moment that happened just a couple of days ago now, as this tweet went live. Hello Ola, really enjoyed your post-race discussion. Couldn't help but noticing the difference in attire between you, tiny shorts and ridiculous shoes, and the men, black jeans and black polo or t-shirt. I'm not saying you didn't look lovely, but the disparity was jarring. So who'd have thought it? From the first week of the Tour de France, the biggest topic of discussion is Ola Chenoweth's wardrobe. I mean, come on. There's men riding around with their buttocks out. Sometimes you can even see a bit of scrotum when they've had a bit of a crash. Yet that tweet needs to be out there, does it? What an absolute dickhead. Now, obviously, that wasn't the top moment from this year's Tour de France. The top moment is probably the worst moment of this year's Tour de France. Stroke, again, a lot of Tour de France's the years gone by. It was the fan with the sign causing absolute utter carnage. And do you know what? It wasn't even just that one moment. It has been the crashes that we have seen. We have seen some huge ones. Geraint Thomas came down. Roglic came down. Caleb Ewan and Peter Sagan came down. There has been crashes galore in this one. I don't think we need to dwell on the sign lady. What's been said has been said. What has been done has been done. And it's all news now, isn't it? But let's never forget the fact that 50 Cent had an opinion on it and tweeted out. In fact, one could say he put his 50 cent in. Get me count. He said, and unsurprisingly, who knew? 50 cents from Birmingham. They should just give it a fine. This was not done with malice. It was just a mistake. She wasn't even looking. Big laughing emoji. They gonna give her 10 years in the feds for getting up a bike race. Lol. Go shorty, it's your birthday. Good eyes. And that is my top 10 WTF moments at this year's Tour de France. Now, I know you won't agree with me, and that's absolutely fine. But leave your comments down below. What moments have I missed out? Because I'm sure I've missed out a few. But let me know what your biggest WTF moment of this year's Tour de France has been so far. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. But please, above all, if you subscribe, don't unsubscribe. And if you've not done already, fucking subscribe to the channel, all right? Just fucking do it. Sick of asking you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.